Welcome back, everyone, to Cranston, Rhode Island. We're here at Bowlero, Cranston, for the round of 16 of the GROGMONSTER Sports NEBA Doubles, presented by GMS Decorative Concrete. My name's Bruce Hall, and I'll be your anchor for this round of the live stream. We have done some Mevo shuffling. We've moved over our feature pairs due to the breakdown on 7 and 8. We've moved over to cover 9, 10, 11, and 12. So we will cover 4 great teams for you here, and they are going to be Dave Simard and his partner Omelia, who are actually, this is EJ Omelia, and he's actually up in the left lane. These guys were high qualifiers at 398 over on the 1230 squad today, so here they go. And they got seeded, and this is their first finals match. And how about a smashing, flying Farkle by Omida? Haven't seen him before. My guess is he's down from Montreal. It's the same folks that brought you Steve Gagnon and a bunch of other great guys. Dave Simard here, and both these guys have amazing hand, and we're just crushing it in qualifying. We were right next to them in the qualifying at 12:30. So here's Bill Beck on the right lane, turning it off this dry and up to score a strike for Bill. Good shot there. And of course his partner Mark Bouchard. And over on the right pair here of our featured pair is Alex Cavanaro, smooth stroking Alex, who brought a buddy with him, Robbie Shine, up from both from the New Jersey, New York area. I'm not exactly sure, but down in that region. And they're going to be facing off against Justin Urbano and a hard charging Paul Smith on the left side. So interesting match here on 11 and 12. So even though we had to adapt, got a couple of great matches for you. And just to the right there, you can see it on the right, there's Kevin Tebow finishing up his first frame with a spare. And Kevin, of course, now, along with Danny Koo winning yesterday, needs to win today to get 2 hugely talented bowlers to get the winning NEBA monkey off their back. And Danny did it yesterday. Can Kevin do it today? We'd love to see it. And there's a baby split miss by Dave Simard through the beak. So welcome, everybody. Interesting pattern we're on here today. Unlike the house shot that was yesterday, which yielded obviously some pretty amazing scores. We are here on 4-1 today, 4.07 to 1 to be exact, 37 feet long and 30.3 mils of oil. So no shortage of soup out there. In fact, most of the patterns this year for NEBA will be over at 30 mils. Just goes to show that the balls are getting stronger. We've got 2 squads we've got to worry about. We've got some people that spin it hard, and we burn up patterns faster and faster, and we have to combat that with more and more oil on the pattern. So we didn't want to see a big breakdown at 12:30, and we didn't. In fact, the scores went up pretty substantially in 12:30 on this pattern. And the way the pattern is shaped, and actually that was a really good shot there by Bill Beck to kind of illustrate it, from the gutter to 4 or 5 board is got no oil whatsoever, nothing. And then you move in to 7 and 8, and there's 400 units or so, a couple of units, and then at 9 in is a tabletop across the rest of the lane. So you've got to play that seam outside of 9 to get your ball to read any kind of friction and get the ball to read up and come up and carry through the pocket and go through the pins the right way. So if you play inside of 9 and you don't get the ball out to that dry area, you are really playing flat, and it makes it very difficult to keep up, because the folks that have figured out how to use this friction are definitely scoring. For example, I will cite, we have all strikes so far on 11 and 12. So welcome, everybody. I'm kind of alone here on the live stream. I'll try to watch the comments as we come by, and great to have you with us on this beautiful afternoon. It's a Father's Day here in the U.S., and congratulations to all those dads out there. And I know, great to see my son here in the finals. Couldn't ask for more as a dad. And I know Bill Kempton is here, and his son is bowling, and got a bunch of other folks watching their kids face off here in the finals of this GROGMONSTER Sports NEBA event. So, and have we missed here? No, we have 4 doubles now on lanes 11 and 12. So perfect so far on that pair. And let's see what Bill Beck can do. He and Onita here, excuse me, I'm going to get this right. Omelia, excuse me, E.J. Omelia. I haven't seen him before. And this is Bill Beck turning it off the corner, slaps the 10. Beautiful shot there by Bill. And here's Bouchard coming up, and he'll be trying to double up. And Amelia gets a recovery to take out the 2-4, not leaving the split, but does leave the 10-pin to break up his string. And let's see again, Robbie Shine keeping it perfect on 11 and 12. That would be 9 in a row for this group. And again, this is no easy feat on this pattern, because if you get it too far right, it's going to spark. And if you get it inside, it's basically flat across. So you might hit the pocket, but it's not guaranteed. And there's Justin Urbano up the edge. Can he get the roll on the 2-pin? No. And that breaks the streak on that pair. But interesting, quite a number of strikes thrown there. After this match, we'll move over to cover 5 and 6 of all things, because 7 and 8 going out through our bracket in an array. We can't have people on other previous games come back to the same pairs. So we're going to have to move over to 5 and 6. That's the only match we'll cover for the round of 8. Then we'll be back for these 4 pairs, these 2 pairs, excuse me, 9, 10, 11, and 12 for the round of 4. And then we'll move over to 13 and 14 for the final match. So we're going to have quite the movement and quite the dizzy Mevo by the time we're done and moving around here to try to cover all these matches. So folks, today is a Sunday, so when we get to the final match, if you like and share the feed, you will be automatically entered for one of 2 bowling balls given away by Island Bowling Supply. And we thank very much our friends down at Island, Joe Farley and company, for supplying 2 bowling balls. It will be balls of their choice, and they will send them to you once we make that drawing and we get your address. And what a beautiful shot there. What the revs on this young man, a young 2-hander. And here's Dave Samard working a pitch black. I don't think he's using that. Here's Paul Smith, still perfect with the front 3. And this match exactly tied over on 11 and 12, and why not? Cover some other matches for you. Starting down at the low end, we'll catch 3 and 4. It's Hunter Kempton and AJ Villa bowling Joey Transu and Justin Veal. Transu and Veal successful against Forey and Bone. Actually, I saw them start, and they were able to take care of the Justin and Bone team. Now they're down on 3 and 4 and striking as far as I can tell. 5 and 6 is Amanda Broge and Rob Gotterbarn. They got seated, and their reward is to take on Scott Widmer and Bill Webb. And so far that match pretty close. I think the Webb team is down a mark so far in that match. 7 and 8, of course, is dark. We told you about the 9 and 10 and 11 and 12 matches. Let's look at 13 and 14. This will be the last match on that pair until the final. It is Kevin Tebow and Stephen Dale Jr. Kevin was able to bowl with Stephen both days in the over-under since, and there's a turning up 4-6 in the pocket for Paul Smith. No luck there on that shot. Stephen Dale Jr. just turned 50, so thanks a lot for there. Another senior competitor we have to worry about, we older people. Great to see Dale in those ranks, and he's now with Kevin Tebow both days, and couldn't ask for better than that. There's that beautiful stroke of Alex Cavanaro striking on the left lane on 11. And there's Mark Bouchard straight up the pike, gets it in a little bit, and leaves an 8-pin, cannot double. But we're still very much in this match since Bill Beck started with the front 3. And speaking of Stephen Dale, he just left a 2-10 split. That would be on 13 and 14. Moving on to 15 and 16. It is Aaron Major, the incomparable Aaron Major, and Colby Hackemoser up against Karinsky and Whitney. Karinsky and Whitney defeated Washington and Reale 449 to 441 in the last match. Well, that's up on 15 and 16. Then on 17 and 18, it is Tony Renaud and Todd Lathrop, who threw a big last game to get seeded against Giguere and Hearn. Giguere and Hearn overcame Handy and Matunis 462 to 451 in the last round. And then way up on 19 and 20, it is Stephen Major and Evan Thrower, high qualifiers for the 9 o'clock squad. 9 o'clock squad leaders against Andrew Hall and Adam Zimmerman. So they are up there. They would have been on 7 and 8, but we had to take that pair out of play. They are up on the spare pair on 8, 19, and 20. So big match going on there. So unfortunately, I hate to tell you guys, but about the top 4 or 5 matches, I just have no chance of seeing what's going on. And I will use my binoculars if I can, but we'll see if I can get maybe a scout. And there's Bill Beck, after 4 good shots in the pocket, gets one to spark off that dry. Remember, boards 1, 2, 3, and 4 are absolutely bone dry, and it sparked off that dry and came up and leaves him a nasty 3-4, 7-10 split. And there's David Simard with that hand. He's balled down to a urethane. I saw him working a pitch black. I didn't see him throw urethane all day. But now I think to control this fresh, of course, he was on the burn when he threw his big scores, and quite often you see guys come off the burn and back to the fresh, and it's not the best transition for them. So I think he's doing what he can to try to control this. And there's a shot by Beck, tried to make that spare, couldn't do it. And let's do some math here. So there's plus 17 on the Beck side and plus 9 on the Bouchard side. So it's a 27 or 28 pin lead now for Beck and Bouchard in the match right in front of us on 9 and 10. And then 11 and 12. We've got Paul Smith, who just bucketed. Actually a 3, 4, 5. And Mark Bouchard's like, how did I leave that mixer 4 pin? That didn't seem very fair. Paul Smith right at the bucket, makes it. Good shot. 3-5-6 conversion. And Paul and his partner now plus 15. And unfortunately, Justin Urbano, Robbie Shine has not missed. So he's 40 over. And Cavanaro is 9. They're 49 over versus 15. So that would be a 34 pin lead now for Robbie Shine. Dennis Bissonette Jr. Hi, Dennis Bissonette Sr. How are you? Unfortunately, Den was eliminated last round. He was taken out by, I have it here, Bouchard and Beck, who you see now on 9 and 10. Beck with that purple hammer right up the edge. Doesn't quite catch enough of the dry. Doesn't make the turn. Add to this pattern, as I said, nothing on boards 1 through 4, and then or 1 through 5, 6, 7, 8 or so have, enough oil that will hold it back until it carves. Then 9 to 9, basically side to side is dead flush. Robbie Shine, no problem flushing the 6th shot. Beautiful ball there. Here's this young man. I haven't seen him much up here at NEBA, but what a great shot there, and definitely in control of this oil pattern. Let's watch Paul Smith on the right lane here. Pitch one out, turn it back, mixer 10, no thank you. Saw a lot of those today. A lot of shots got out to the dry, didn't quite make the corner hard enough, and the mixer corner pin quite often you would see. Combine that with the 4 through the middle Greek church is very easy to do, because you get one just a board or two outside and you'd pick up that dry and it would just spark and go crazy. A beautiful shot there by Alex Cavanaro. I'll tell you, he's as smooth as ever, and you can barely hear the ball touch the lane when he bowls. It's amazing. Once again, thanks to GROGMONSTER Sports and our friend Greg Clement for hosting today, and GMS Decorative Concrete adding $1,500 to the prize fund today. So nice prize funds out there for NEBA as usual. Defending champions here, Andrew Hall and Adam Zimmerman. This is NEBA number 997, 997. Now, if you, by my count, that's only 3 more to 1,000, and let's count them out. So the next tournament is July 29th at Keene. That's a double. Then July 30th at Keene is singles, and then we are at number 1,000. It is August 19th and August 20th at Callahan's, the 1,000th NEBA tournament. We already have the chamois on order. Everybody who enters will get a complimentary chamois honoring the event. There will be added money. We added a squad on Saturday for 2 o'clock. This is August 19th. There will be added money to those squads, and it's going to be a heck of an event. So mark your calendars. August 19th, the 1,000th NEBA coming up. Can't wait for that. And of course, don't forget doubles and singles at Keene. And July 28th is the golf event up there. Always popular and a lot of fun up there in the golf side of things. And thanks to Christopher Viali for hosting that and actually also running it. Robbie Shine, a little bit late on that one, and there's a 2-pin. Won't go for the 7th one, but that front 6 has given his team a comfortable lead in their match. There's Mark Bouchard once again light. See how easy it is to do. You try to get it out to the dry, you got to use just enough of the dry to get it up to the pocket. But if you don't use enough, it's a 2-pin. I see a million buckets, 2 pins, 2 7, 2 10s, things like that. And there's Paul Smith ripping one off the corner, slapping the 7, just raw power. I tell you, the power players today just incomparable. And beautiful shot there by Simard, and packs it. This is a Paul Forey qualifier event. Thank you so much to Chris Forey for honoring his dad, Paul Forey, with $10,000 added money. The top 4 teams, those 8 bowlers, will move into the Paul Forey qualifier. We take 64 qualifiers for the year. The top 8 in 8 different events, all on Sundays. And so yesterday was not a qualifier, even though we thought it was. And then if we have duplicates, we take them off the points list. So you definitely want to get your points in there and try to make that. And then there's a special prize list for the very last day. The top 20 bowlers out of the 64 that qualify will have a nice separate prize fund with $2,000 on top for that particular event. So a lot of fun there. It's like a FedEx playoff type style event there for the Paul Forey. And there was a very weird, almost a mixer 410 for Amita here on lane 10. Very strange. Amelia, sorry. But their team still in a fairly comfortable lead here. With Amelia 70-90, 210. Amelia pacing at 230. And Simard pacing at 217. That's 55 over. And meanwhile, Mark Bouchard is 15 under. And Bill Beck only at even. So a commanding lead now by the Canadian team here on 9 and 10. There was a miss by Robbie Shine. Through the beak for the 3-6-10. Once again, round of 16 action. After this, we're down to 8. And again, it's very difficult for me to track the matches higher than about these 2 or 3 matches right around us. We've got Transu up there, Bill Webb, Amanda Broge. Lots of action happening around us. And again, with doubles, you got to do some math. So it's one game, both game in the air. There's Dave Simard with another strike. He switched to that pitch black. Good move. And there's Robbie Shine taking care of the 3-6-10. No worries. You could all like and share the feed. It'll be good practice for the final, because today is the day Being a Sunday, we give away 2 balls. In the last match, all you have to do is like the feed and you are automatically entered. We will do a random selection of those who have liked and shared the feed, and we will contact you to get your address information, and you will receive a ball from Island Bowling Supply. They will send those balls up. It is the ball of their choosing, and all you have to do is indicate your weight and they will send you one of those balls. So have some fun there. Well, I just watched Stephen Dale pack his 4th shot. Let's see how they're doing against their opponents. Let's see, 79, 2-teen, and then 2-teen. So 30-something over. I'm trying to identify. I need to pull out the official binoculars here. I'm definitely want to track the Tebow match, because we're rooting hard for Kevin here now that Danny Kuz won. I got the official TechVision Livestream binoculars. And unfortunately, Kevin Tebow pacing to 197. And Stephen Dale pacing to 2-teen, but both of their opponents pacing to 2-teen. So they're down about 20. Kevin Tebow now moving into the 8th frame. Great to see you all online. It's a beautiful afternoon here in Cranston. And happy Father's Day to everybody out there. And Tebow goes by the 10-pin. That ain't going to help. He's up against Zach Gentile and his partner. And Bill Beck with a beautiful stroke there, but unfortunately I think it's too little too late here at the 9th and 10th frame of the match in front of us. And Robbie Shine just flushes one. And they are comfortably in the lead. He's at 240. Yeah, Lori, that would be helpful. Send people over the live scoring, or I could have it. Or if I had a runner, if anybody wants to come down and run around and collect scores for me, that would help. We don't have wireless mics yet, so we can't exactly go roaming the center yet. But that doesn't mean we won't have that improvement one day. There's a shot by Beck to double on the 10th, and that does not make the corner. That's going to pretty much do it for that team. It's going to be the O'Melia and Samard team moving on. They will actually face the winner of the match on 11 and 12, which looks like it's going to be Alex Cavanaro and Robbie Shine. Have Bill Kempton do it. Yeah, thanks, guys. I think Bill's watching Hunter. Hate to tell you. As would I be watching my son. So. Paul Smith with a balk on 11 and 12. Substantially down in their match. Actually, let's run that one out. See where we end up. Let's see. The 80. 10 to 40 out for Paul to 30. They can get to plus 80. That's 46. 10 to 30. So they're in 70. They're in 80. So if Smith can punch out along with Justin, and Robbie and Alex do not strike either one of them, we could see something in the same ballpark. Big shot there by Paul. So 50, 80, 210, give him 45 on the out, plus 37. There's 82 available for Paul Smith and Justin Urbano. For Robbie Shine, they're pacing at 246 and 239, so they're pacing at 87. So we need Shine and Cavanaro to both miss, at least not strike, to give Urbano and Paul Smith any chance in this match on 11 and 12. In fact, we can show you the score over here. Big shot for Urbano. Gets it off to the drive. Dead flush. Beautiful shot there. And Dave Simard making maximum use of that. And let's have a quick look at the score up here. And then we'll go back to watch Robbie Shine. Strike here can pretty much lock it up for the Shine Cavanaro team. And Shane gets one out, comes back and packs it. Ho-hum, great shot. And good shot there. And meanwhile, 386, very comfortable victory here by the Simard Amelia team. So congratulations to them. They'll move on to lanes 19 and 20 and face the winner of the Cavanaro Shine match, which looks like right now it's going to be Cavanaro Shine. Once again, it's doubles. It's single match play. Traditional bracket for NEBA. And we are here at Bowlero Cranston, counting it down. After this will be the round of 8, then 4, then 2. So 3 more rounds we'll be bringing you today. All doubles, so the games take a little longer. Give a shout out to, and double there in the 10th for Robbie Shine. How about 260? All they need is to beat 485, and Cavanaro is already in the 2-teen even with an open. 360, 90, 2-teen. Cavanaro already 220. That's going to do it. So Shine and Cavanaro will move on. And disposing of Smith and Justin Urbano. Yeah, that's a very tough team. I'll have to be watching them on how they do. So we'll catch you up on all the rest of these matches as we go. Let me see if I can track into the Webb match down here. Scott Widmer having a terrible game. Looks like even though there's no special scores now, actually Webb's looking at 220. Scott Widmer 150. So that's 37, 47. Off of 28 is going to be minus 20. And we've got 2-0 for Amanda, except that she just went through the beak and leaves a 4-7-10. And again, this is the match on 5 and 6 we're watching now. So they need to beat minus 30. She's going to put her 190 and 190. They're going to be minus about 18. So this match is not over. Widmer can double here. Oh, no, get 153 for Scott Widmer, but they could still win. I just saw the strangest hit of my life on lane 4. I watched AJ Villa throw one out, coming through, hit the pocket hard and leave the 610. It came right through the pocket on the right side and left it just 610, didn't even wiggle. Now here's Amanda, is going to shoot at this 4-7-10. It's going to leave her 192. So she's going to be, call it 40 ahead of her opponent. Now, if we give her 40 to her partner, that puts him at 196, which is 8 ahead of Webb. So we have a 1 mark match here. And Webb is up on the left lane and he's on a mark. He's on a spare. Webb strikes, so big shot there. This is Rob Gotterbarn. He may need this strike to lock up this match. If Webb can double, I believe they can lock it up. Gotterbarn on a strike, makes the shot, hooks at Brooklyn and leaves a 6-pin. So his max now 196, which would put them minus 8. And can Webb double to go 238? And Widmer's minus 47. That would put them 9 under. So if Gotterbarn can spare and strike, he locks it up. And here's Webb. Can't double in the 10th anyway. So Webb is gone. Amanda Broge and Rob Gotterbarn move on. And they will be moving on to face the winner of the Kempton via Veal Transu match, which I cannot see and won't even try to tell you what's going on there. It doesn't look like some super high scores, I'll promise you that. We're to watch these matches finish up. Okay, folks, we're going to sign off. We'll be right back for the round of 8. And there, we're going to move down. We're only going to cover one pair for you there in 5 and 6. And after that, we'll be back here at 9 and 10, 11 and 12 for the round of 4. So we will see you all in a few minutes. Take care.